Shoot! 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 BTS! Shoot!
My family are currently self-isolating with COVID, and we caught the virus in spite of our best efforts not to. I was praying over my son who's had a really bad case of the COVID, and I was just laying hands on him and praying over him. And as I was praying and thinking of the whole unfairness of it all, because what did he do? What did he do to deserve this? It came to me that COVID is a good metaphor for sin. Because by virtue of being in a world where there's a sin pandemic, you are affected and impacted by sin in many different ways. You don't even have to do anything to catch sin. Just by being born, you are naturally impacted by sin. You have sinful tendencies. And it made me think that just like COVID is no respect of persons, sin is not a respect of persons. There's been a lot of skeptics out there. You only have to go to YouTube and see how many people, oh, COVID is a conspiracy. Well, from our family standpoint, we really couldn't care less, because whether it's a conspiracy or not, the virus is real and recorded. And similarly, there may be people out there who are skeptical about sin. So, but your skepticism is not an indicator that sin doesn't exist. I caught COVID, and as I looked at how COVID has affected us, it's the same virus, the same COVID virus, but my wife and I have shown different symptoms. She's lost her sense of smell and sense of taste. I, praise the Lord, retained those senses. But we've both had like this fatigue and the pain in your bones and hips, the headaches, the thumping headache. It is the same with sins. There are many different sins out there, and people are impacted differently by sin. So we took all sorts of home remedies, but all that could do was alleviate the actual symptoms. It didn't cure the COVID itself. Similarly, there's many things we can put in place to try and alleviate the effect and impact of sin in our lives, but it doesn't cure the sin problem. The solution for sin does not lie within yourself. This is not a DIY type thing. You need somebody outside of yourself to save you from sin. And thankfully, 2,000 years ago, God provided Jesus who died on a cross so that we can have a pathway into a life without sin. As Christians, we have a duty of care to those around us to tell them and inform them that there's a solution, there's a way out of the sin problem. We don't have to die and languish in sin forever. God has made a pathway through Jesus, and we learn about him through our Bibles. We have the hope that we're going to recover from this COVID, and that we will get back to as normal lives as we can after COVID. The sin has a use-by date. Sin is not going to last forever. God has put this earth on a timer, and very soon he's coming back to end the sin problem. And for those that have a relationship with him, he's going to take them to heaven. I'm going to be there, my wife's going to be there, my boy's going to be there. Are you going to be there?